Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm Jonty500 and this is my garage tour. The first garage I'm gonna show you is Greenwich Park Way. It's the garage I consider to be my low-end garage. I don't know why that is doing that, because hold on, I don't know what I want to. As you see, it's here by the airport, and it's really close also to the Los Angeles Customs over here, so it's a really good location in case you want any tips on where to get a garage. And as you can see there to the right, I have that control tower there, and also the building that they have there at the airport. And yeah, let's go in and take a look. So here are my low-end racing cars, as I call them, or low-end vehicles. The first one is the Bati 808, the fastest motorbike in the game, and I use that of course in motorbike races. The next car is the Scion, the Ubermacht Scion, and this car is the best to use in coupe races. At least it suits me best, and also it's fastest if you ask Brofi 1322. The next car is the BF Injection. This is my off-road car that I use when we're required to use cars in off-road races, and it's a really nice car, and I prefer this to all the other cars that are fast in this class. The next car we have here, the Bison, the Bravado Bison, and this car is the best to use in van races, but it's very rare that I get to use it, because people don't put customs on when they're racing vans, because they're actually afraid of this car because it's so dominant in that class. Over here we have the Vapid Saddler, and this is the fastest car in the utility class, and as well, when you compare it to the Bison, it's pretty much exactly the same as the Bison. It's very dominant in its class and really fast. One fun thing with these two cars is that you actually can put two people on the back here when you're driving around, so that's fun to do in case you don't get to race it. You can have some fun with it too. The next car is the Dinkablista, and this is one of the faster cars in compact class. I know that the Rhapsody and Ponto are considered to be faster than this, but I really don't like the looks of those cars. I think they're ugly. I like this one much better, even though it isn't as fast. I think if with the right skills you can easily win races with this car also. The next one is my Benefactor Shafter, and this is the fastest car in the sedans class, and also the one that I use regularly. Right now it has a little bit of different color scheme than the rest of my cars. That's because I'm gonna be using this in the next round of the Multiclass Endurance Championship. And yeah, it's a really nice car and really fast also. And the final vehicle I have in this garage is my Sanchez, my Batsu Sanchez, and it is yeah, it's a really nice car. A really nice bike for off-road races. Completely dominant if you know how to use it, and make sure to use those wheelies and get those speed bonuses. Yeah, it was really good. And I also want to mention that every car I have in the entire game is fully upgraded, so, and also I'll remember to put my character in first person for the next showcase. So, on to the next garage. So here we are at the next garage, and this location is called South Shambles Street, and this is the one I consider to be my high-end cars location. I have all my faster cars and those more expensive cars here. As you can see, it's down here, close to the dockyard, and actually it's really easy to get to this Los Angeles Customs. Here is pretty much a straight street from there, and it's fast, and it's very easy to get to. So let's go in and see what we can find here. So the first one I have here is my overflowed entity XF. This is absolutely my favorite supercar in the game to use, and it's really competitive also. Really a really good car. Next supercar, the Grotti Turismo R. This is also one of those supercars that is competitive, really fast, really awesome to use. And yeah, it's another car I use frequently also. When I tend to use the entity when the race has not that many straight and the acceleration and a lot of curves, then this is a really good car to use. And when there's more straights and more high speed areas, then the Turismo R suits me much better. The final supercar I have is the Pegasus Entorno. It's the fastest of all the supercars in the entire game, but I really don't like to use this car. Even though it is fastest, but it takes a special driving style to be able to get that speed out of it, and yeah, it's not my driving style, if we say that. Then we go to my sports cars. This is the Dinka Jester race car, and yeah, it's one of the most fastest cars in the second fastest sports car in the game, but it really doesn't suit my style. I really don't use this at all. Just very rarely, but when I use it, it doesn't suit me and I crash like all the time with it. This is my sports car that I use most in races, and this is of course then the Massacro race car, the Devbauch Massacro race car, and I really love this car. It suits me perfectly and I use it in almost every sports race I can. Next we have my Dominator, my car of choice when it comes to muscle races, and this is a really good car also. It tends to oversteer a lot, but I love the sound of it and also the driving style. It's a slidey car, but yeah, if you learn how to manage it, it will really reward with some absolutely insane lap times. And here of course the fastest sports car in the entire game, Anis Elegy RH8. I used this a lot when I started playing, but I have left it after that because, you know, it's too dominant, and I want some. I like the Massacro. I think it looks much better than this car, and this car, yeah, I know it's fast when you can use it, but I have forgotten pretty much entirely how to use it, so I can't get those fast lap times with it anymore. Here we have my Sports Classics car that I use for races, the C-Type. It's absolutely dominant, or yeah, pretty much dominant in the Sports Classics class, and it's Truffade C-Type, and some people don't like the looks of it. I think it looks actually quite nice. Some parts of it are ugly, but the other ones are really nice, and I think there's no car that looks like this one in the game. So
investment grade, lifestyle defining, timeless class but effortlessly informal. Live your life like it's out of a catalog in an environmentally precarious area. Biodiversity, seismic turbulence.
now the final car in this garage, the Huntley S SUV. The fastest SUV in the entire game, and this car is I have it in my high-end garage because it's so bloody expensive. It's not as expensive as, for example, the C-Type, but it's definitely expensive when you think about the other cars in the SUV class, and also I actually think it looks quite good. I like the big bulky SUVs. It's a really good car. Tends to oversteer a little bit, but if you can manage that, it will reward you with some awesome times. And yeah, that was this garage, and now we're gonna move on to the last one. This is my last and third garage, and it's called Del Perro Heights Apartment 20. So this is my apartment and garage area, and here I keep all my free roam vehicles, the vehicles I like to drive when I'm in free roam. So it's here in Del Perro, and just let me get this working again. Yeah, Del Perro over here. And this one is actually the one that is furthest away from any Los Santos Customs, but we can use this main street to get down to this Los Santos Customs here, but quite often there are people there blowing cars up, fucking scumbags. And yeah, let's go in and have a look. So, first to the left, my favorite car to use in free roam, and that is the Bagger, the Western Bagger. My chromed out Bagger bike, and I really like this one. I use it a lot, pretty much my main free roam vehicle. And over here we also have the LCC Hexer, chromed out, really chopper bike, and I really like these bikes, and I use my bikes when I'm in free roam a lot, because I don't know, I kinda like cruising around in them, and they're awesome to look at in first person. You know, I can show, for example, when I get on this bike, you know, it's such a great feeling when you have this in front of you, and then the helmet on. Absolutely love the feeling of it. And as you probably saw, there I also have a third free roam bike over there. The LCC Innovation, a modern that was added in the last Team Standing DLC. And as you see, it's all chromed out, this bike too, with a little bit of modern touch. I don't like this one as much as I like those two, but I use it from time to time. It's a nice bike. And here we have the Coil Voltic. Now, I really do not like this car at all. I was supposed to use it for an event, but that event I didn't participate in that section of that event. It was the Cross Console Endurance Championship that I myself hosted, but I was unable to attend the last round, which was in these cars. And to be honest, I'm just keeping this car here because, you know, I'm gonna sell it as soon as I need some money. It's just sitting here waiting to be sold. My next car here is my favorite sports classics car, the Coquette Classic, made by Perro. And as you see, I have chromed out it, and it looks absolutely beast. It oversteers a lot, but otherwise than that, it's an absolutely fantastic car to use when you drive around in free roam. It looks really nice. And over here I have my favorite coupe here. When you go to looks, this is also quite oversteery and not on the pace with the, for example, Scion and the Felon GT. But this car, I really like the looks of it, and as you see how I chromed it out. I was kind of surprised how good the chrome works with this car. And then I also added the green color to my rims, and actually I think it looks really good. And as you probably have guessed, I'm a little bit of a Massacro fanboy, so here I have the regular Massacro as a free roam car, and I just gotta say, that spoiler is just perfect. I like big spoilers on my cars. It's like the biggest spoiler immediately on. Without it, it's just naked. So spoilers are an absolute must. Over here, the Sultan RS or the Karin Sultan, and this is a really good free roam car because it's the fastest 4-door car in the game, and I have a little bit of a custom color to it. I used the green with a lime green. Actually, this is my endurance team for the multi-class endurance championship that we're holding right now. I'm not gonna use this car, but I really like the color scheme when you have the darker green with the brighter green secondary. And here it is, my Bravado Gauntlet, and this car I used for the CCEC Cross Country Endurance Championship, and I really love the looks of it. And when I completely covered it in matte black and put those rims on, it looks like a beast. I really love it, and it's also quite competitive if you in some muscle car races if you know how to use it. But as free roam car, this is the matte black, blacked out windows, and also those big rims. It looks absolutely awesome. And the final car in this garage, the Canis Mesa, and this is the Meriwether Mesa. So as you see, I have completely blacked it out in matte black and tinted the windows. I've pretty much given it the gauntlet treatment, with the occasion that of course it's an off-road vehicle and those big off-road tires on it. So I really like this car. It looks really good, and also it's really nice to drive around in free roam and with some friends just chilling out. And that was my garage tour. You can tell me in the description what cars you like to race in, and also what cars you like to use in you know, free roam sessions. Just write it down in the comments and just tell me what you think about my garage and my ideas when it comes to, and my opinions. And make sure to leave a like on this video. Helps me out a lot, helps you out too. And if you like my videos, then subscribe, and pretty much if there's nothing else, then see you next time.